And we are joined now by a four-time NBA champion and a four-time Finals MVP, LeBron James. And LeBron, I've been so blessed in my time doing this to get to talk to guys like Tiger Woods, Nick Saban, yourself, people that have won significant titles multiple times. And they've explained to me that each one is special and each one represents something different. What does this one tonight, LeBron, represent?
Man, Scott, first of all, to hear your name with Tiger Woods and Coach Saban and know the success that those individuals have had, it just brings a smile to my face, and it's very humbling, too, at the same time, because I know where I come from, and I know, how difficult it is to be able to be at the mountaintop, and I've been able to do it 4 times in my career. Like you said, each one of them is so challenging in their own right, but it never takes away from how great the accomplishment is, because you know how much hard work you've put into it throughout the course of that season. And this one was nothing short of difficult as the other 3 were.
At 35, to still have this kind of gear, to still be capable of performances like you had throughout the playoffs. And I think about the game the other night was just insane to me. And to possess that gear and that hunger to still achieve greatness, right? Be greater every day than you were the day before. How does that sustain itself, LeBron?
I think it starts with the mind first. We all know that our mind is our biggest, our biggest accomplishment, and also it makes you doubt yourself too. So having my mind is sharp and keeping my mind fresh and keeping my mind at a high energy and a high rate has allowed me to be able to do the things that I do at my age. And then putting the time into my body, both on the floor, being smart about how much work I'm putting on the court, because I love to work on my game, but also doing the work just as much off the floor to be able to be available to my teammates. And then also the man above, who's given me a God-given ability and a God-given talent to be able to come out and do the things that I do, not only on the floor but off the floor, to continue to inspire. When you align those 3 things, Scott, I think the sky's not the limit. You could go higher than that.
It's interesting to hear you mention doubt, because, look, you guys were favored in every game you played. And so you've worn a bullseye forever, right? And so when doubt creeps in, when you have a quiet moment and you sit there by yourself and doubt creeps in, how do you put that to bed? How do you get rid of that doubt? What do you do?
I think you start to think about all the work that you've put in.
Right.
Everyone has bad games. Everyone has bad days. Everyone has bad minutes where you doubt yourself. You doubt that, can you still do it? Can you still perform? Like I said, the mind is so powerful that it knows everything that's going on with the body. So to be able to, just go back to, okay, I've put in the work. I've put in the time. I've committed to my sport, and I've never cheated the game. You've never cheated the process. You're able to kick that doubt right on out, because you've put in the work and the results will come.
Everybody loves comparisons. I'm not going to ask a corny comparison about you to anybody else, but I am going to ask you to compare 35-year-old LeBron with a little bit of gray in that beard, right? Maybe a little bit less up top, to 27-year-old to 27-year-old LeBron that got that first one. What's better about LeBron James' 35-year-old game and mind than the young man that won his first?
35-year-old LeBron would tell 27-year-old that you don't even know your game. You haven't even scratched the surface. You have no idea what you're capable of. So I think if you line 35-year-old LeBron up with 27-year-old LeBron, he'll dominate him. Just from a mental side. He'll dominate himself from 8 years ago.
Young fella. Let me give you a little bit of this.
You got no chance. You got no chance. All that super athleticism, you ain't got no chance.
Okay, let me close with this, please, if I could. You've been there, LeBron, since July. You guys leave your families. You go to this bubble, and a lot went on and off the floor. Things that were more important than the game. But the game's important, too. So someday when you're a legit old man like me, okay, and you're sitting around and you're reflecting on your time in the bubble and what you guys did, what do you think you'll remember most about this time in Orlando in 2020?
I would say three things. I would say, one, how committed our players was to continue to press the envelope and continue to press the gas on what's going on in our country. From voter suppression to the racism that continues to go on, to the police brutality that happened a few times. We all stood together, and we hear the Golden State Warriors over the years. I keep talking about this, but we heard strength in numbers, and we were united. We were all united. No matter if you agree with some of the things that people were saying from players, if you disagreed, we stayed united. The second thing is the camaraderie with my teammates, being around them every single day. Doing the things that we did off the floor and on the floor. I mean, off the court and on the court. It made me be able to survive without my family because they're truly my brotherhood. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. And then the third thing, you can't see it. Oh, you can see it behind me. Be able to say NBA Finals 2020, Los Angeles Lakers as champions. That is, it makes it all worth it, Scott. And by the way, I hope I look like you. I hope I look as good as you when I get to that point.
It's coming. You might as well embrace it because this is coming now.
So make sure, make sure you just ship those glasses to me. I need those. I like those.
I can sort you out. Listen, you've been talking since you finished, but I have a feeling the party doesn't really start till you get there. So enjoy this night. I appreciate you stopping. It's been too long since we chatted, and stay well until next time. Okay.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. And no, I'm always looking out for you too, man. I like watching ESPN at nights, little Sports Center, and you got the late night part. I love that. That's awesome.
Well, if you're awake, we're on. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for making our show better tonight, all right?
All right.
Take care.
All right, baby. Appreciate you.
Thank you, LeBron.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.